Coors Light, the official beer of NASCAR, is the proud sponsor of the Coors Light Pole Award given to the fastest qualifier of each Sprint Cup race. Coors Light congratulates Jeff Gordon on winning the pole for the 57th Daytona 500. It's his second pole in the Great American Race. And here is the Daytona 500 starting lineup. Jeff Gordon is driving in his 23rd and final Daytona 500. He's a three-time winner of this race. Next to him is his teammate Jimmie Johnson, two-time 500 winner, and Thursday's second Budweiser Duel winner. Row 2, Dale Earnhardt Jr., the defending Daytona 500 champion, and the winner of the first Budweiser Duel on Thursday, and Matt Crafton, making his Sprint Cup debut as a substitute for the injured Kyle Busch, who'll have to move to the rear as a result of the driver change. Row 3, Joey Logano in his 7th Daytona 500, and Carl Edwards runner-up in 2011. Row 4, Tony Stewart winless in 16 previous Daytona 500 starts, and Greg Biffle in his 13th Daytona 500. Row 5, Clint Bowyer in his 10th 500, and Martin Truex Jr. in his 11th. Row 6, Kevin Harvick, the 2007 winner, and Ryan Blaney taking over the famous Wood Brothers 21 car. Row 7, Casey Kane making his 12th Daytona 500 start, and Reed Sorensen 5th in 2008. In Row 8, Jamie McMurray, the 2010 winner, and Mike Wallace in his first 500 start since 2007. Row 9, Landon Castle in his 4th Daytona 500, and Justin Allgaier, his second start. Row 10, Cole Witt, new at Front Row Motorsports, and Danica Patrick, her 4th 500. Row 11, Paul Menard, his 8th Daytona 500, and 2008 winner Ryan Newman. Row 12, Michael McDowell and Regan Smith, both back after missing last year, Smith substituting for Kurt Busch. Row 13, JJ Yavey, newbie at BK Racing, and David Gilliland, 3rd in 2011. Row 14, Michael Annett, who made his Sprint Cup debut in this race last year, and David Reagan, who almost won this race in 2011 before getting black flagged. In Row 15, Kyle Larson and Austin Dillon, last year's leading rookies, Larson making his 2nd Daytona 500 start, Dillon his 3rd. Row 16, Ty Dillon making his Daytona 500 debut, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in his 3rd 500. Row 17, Eric Almirola, who got his first Sprint Cup win here back in July, and Michael Waltrip, a two-time Daytona 500 winner, substituting for Brian Vickers. Row 18, 2009 and 2012 winner Matt Kenseth, also the winner of last week's Sprint Unlimited, and Johnny Sauter in a new ride at BK Racing. Row 19, 2011 winner Trevor Bayne in his first start with Roush Fenway Racing, and Sam Hornish Jr., new at Richard Petty Motorsports. Row 20, Brad Keselowski in his 6th Daytona 500, and AJ Allmendinger, a winner at Watkins Glen last year. Row 21, Casey Mears, who made his series debut in this race back in 2003, and Denny Hamlin, last year's runner-up. Finally, Bobby Labonte, taking over the number 32 Ford for his older brother Terry, getting into this race on a Champions Provisional. 6 drivers failed to qualify for this year's Daytona 500. Brian Scott in a new RCR line machine, he made this race last year. Justin Marks in another unsuccessful attempt for Robbie Benton. Ron Hornaday Jr. in his first Cup outing in more than a decade driving for the Motorsports Group. Former truck driver Jed Burton, who was attempting to make his Sprint Cup debut with BK Racing, Alex Bowman, who just moved to Tommy Baldwin Racing, and Josh Wise, better known as the Doge driver. Here's the Daytona 500 race analysis. 43 cars are in today's race. It's 500 miles, that's 200 laps. The pit window is 40 to 50 laps. Today's winner will win $1.5 million, and last year's winner, of course, Dale Earnhardt Jr.